Hello friends, welcome to the chemistry lab. Today I am going to discuss about the crystal plate splitting in case of the tetrahedral complex. Okay, now let's discuss crystal plate splitting in case of the tetrahedral complex. In last lecture we already discussed about the what is meant by crystal plate splitting. Okay, crystal plate splitting, then shape of d orbital and crystal plate splitting in case of the octahedral complex. Now in this lecture we will discuss about the crystal plate splitting in case of the tetrahedral complexes. Okay, now in tetrahedral complex there is central metal atom and 4 ligand is present. So the coordination number of the central metal atom is 4. Okay, in tetrahedral complexes. Now you know that total 5d orbitals, that is dxy, dyz, dzx, then dx minus y square, and last one is dz square. Okay, this 3 orbital present in between the axis and this 2 orbital, that is dx minus y square and dz square. These 2 orbitals present along the axis. Now in case of the tetrahedral complexes, the approach of the ligand, okay, approach of the ligand is close to the this 3 set of orbitals, that is dxy, dyz and dzx, that is these are the approach of ligand. Okay, 1 2 3 and 4. This 4 ligand approaching towards the metal, that is close to the these 3 orbitals of central metal atom. Okay, so there is a large repulsion between the electrons present in this orbital, that is dxy, dyz and dzx orbital, and electrons of the ligand. So in case of the tetrahedral complex, the energy of the this 3 orbital get rises, that is there is splitting in the energy. Firstly, all these orbitals are in the degenerate level, but in presence of the ligand, or when ligand approaches towards the metal, there is a splitting of the orbital, that is all these 5 orbital into the 2 sets, that is T2, these 3 orbital are called the T2 set and this is the E set of orbital, and the energy of this T2 set of orbital get rises. But these 2 orbitals, that is dx minus y square and dz square, this orbital present along the axis, that is this orbital present along the axis. So there is a less influence, or there is a less energy of the this 2 orbital as compared to this 3 orbital. Okay, so splitting of d orbital, or simply crystal splitting of the d orbital in case of the octahedral complex is like this. First, all these orbital are on the degenerate level, then there is a rise in energy, one, two, three, 4 and 5. Okay, and this orbital get split into 2 sets, and is there is a T2 set of orbital and it is E set of orbital in which dx square here is a dz square orbital. Here dxy, dyz, dzx. Okay, so because of the presence of ligand or approach of the ligand in between the axis, that is close to the this 3 orbital, the energy of this 3 orbital get rises. This is the degenerate level. Degenerate means the energy of the all these orbital are the same. Now this 5 orbital split into the T2 and E set of orbital. These are called the barycenter. This rise in energy by the 0.4 delta tetrahedral. That is crystal field stabilization energy of tetrahedral complex. And there is a destabilization of 0.6 and 0.6 delta tetrahedral. Okay. Now this T means tetrahedral. T represent tetrahedral complex. Now why in case of the tetrahedral complex we don't use, that is T2G and EG? Okay, why this not used in case of the tetrahedral complex? Because in the tetrahedral complex there is absence of the center of symmetry. Okay, so we just use T2 and E set of orbital. Okay, this is all about the crystal field splitting in case of the tetrahedral complex. Okay, now thank you for watching video.